Welcome to another episode of Master Debaters Podcast. This is the podcast where we argue for our own self-pleasure. It's also the podcast where it's all fun and games until someone pokes their eye out.
Until someone starts crying. It's usually how it was with my brothers.
That's the way you guys rolled in your house?
Yeah, it was like we played, and then until like somebody started crying, and it was no longer fun. And it was usually me crying because, you know, I'm the baby.
Then it was game over.
Yeah.
That silky, smooth voice you hear at the other end is my partner, Andy. What's up, Andy?
Hello.
It's good to be back here, man.
Yeah.
This week went by so fast.
Right? It flew. I feel like, okay, so we recorded Sunday.
Correct.
And I went into edit mode the next day because I went to go watch a movie afterwards.
Which one?
I went to go watch Solo again.
Again? I felt like you were going to say
it was
again.
The second time, yeah. But I started editing on Monday, a little bit on Tuesday.
Right.
And then pretty much like I woke up in the morning and finished it off on Wednesday, put it out. Apparently, I cut off our voices. Sounds like we're kind of moving back and forth on the mic. That was a filter. Not intended. But, you know, we're still working some kinks out.
Episode 3, dude. It's episode 3.
We're episode 3. I feel like we'll be working kinks out if we make it to episode 300.
There you go. Once we hit 300, then we will have it all hooked up for you guys. Don't worry.
From 301 on, it'll be great.
It'll be fucking Michael Bay.
Yeah. Just be patient until then.
Yeah, just be patient.
Yeah.
And as far as the guests go, we are flirting with the idea of having guests.
Yes.
But also,
Maybe.
we just started. So, I mean, we're going to have to get...
We want you to know us first.
Yeah, know us. Know what our interests are. So once we have our guests, you guys can be like, oh, that's just Andy being Andy.
Yeah.
That's just Rob being Rob.
Yeah.
But we are flirting with the idea of having guests. That would be so much fucking fun.
Yeah, yeah. Once we start running out of ideas here.
We'll bring a third party to give us ideas.
Yeah.
And let them talk for an hour.
Yeah, yeah. It was good. Yeah. Go on.
And how do you feel about that? We'll be their psychiatrist.
How does that make you feel?
How does that make you feel?
Yeah.
I'm down for that.
Well, whatever happens. We'll see.
So let's dive right in. Ready to go?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. I got the flux capacitor turned on. Set this bitch to 85?
88.
88. Oh, fuck that up. Whatever. Fucking DeLoreans and whatnot. If you don't know that reference, whatever.
Get out of here.
Get out of here.
Turn your phone off or your headphones off. You don't fit in with us.
Go lay down.
Yeah.
Take a long nap. Take a dirt nap.
Whoa. That went extreme.
I took it too far. Huh?
Yeah.
So let's dive in. During your trip to Japan, we were talking about 1990s.
Uh-huh.
Episode 2 ran a little bit long because I was interested in finding about your trip.
Yeah.
So we didn't jump into 1990s movies. So that's what this episode is.
Yeah. Well, also, I wasn't really prepared.
Oh, I wasn't going to tell the listeners that, but...
I said it. I said it in the last...
Well, we didn't have to say it again.
Well, I'm an honest guy.
Keep it in there. Don't edit that out. Keep it in there where you fucked up.
I'm going to edit it out, but just leave this part in.
The banter.
Yeah. And they'll be like, what are they...
Wait. What did I miss? They're going to rewind it? Wait, is there something there?
Yeah, rewind it again. We're going back to rewind. They're going to scroll back.
Fuck off, dude. Which brings me like check another thing. Have you ever heard people say they're like, oh, videotape it when they record on their phone?
Yeah.
You heard people say it?
Yeah.
I want to correct them. I'm like, you're stupid.
I correct people all the time, and that's probably why I have like 2 friends. But
right. But they're loyal friends.
They're loyal friends, and I'll tell you what, they never say rewind or videotape on digital stuff.
Or biopic.
Yeah.
Let's go forward, dude. So with the past 3 episodes, you've kind of taken first. So you want to keep going with that sequence? You want to go first?
I can go first again.
Let's
do it.
Let's go. Yeah.
All right, so we're going to do 90s film, like Robert just said. These aren't my favorite films of the 90s because, again, great decade.
Great decade.
So I just picked out a few greats. Well, actually,
What did you bring to the table?
my first film is actually my favorite film of all time.
You notice, listeners, how Andy says film and not movies?
Film.
How pretentious of him.
All right, well, my first film,
Oh,
While You Were Sleeping.
I don't know that one.
I'm a sucker for a rom-com.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's all right, you don't know what it's about? You don't know it at all?
At all.
All right, great. So, it stars Sandra Bullock and Bill Pullman and Peter Gallagher. All right? Anyways, so in the movie, Sandra Bullock works at like a train station. She has a crush on Peter Gallagher. He's this like rich, fancy guy. She witnesses him get mugged
Okay.
as he's like waiting for his train. He falls onto the tracks, bumps
Whoa.
his head.
Whoa.
She runs out, saves his life. He's in a coma. And she rides with him to the hospital. She winds up like getting confused for his fiance. And she meets his family and she meets his brother. Romantic comedy ensues.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like, so she keeps having these run-ins with the brother, and she winds up falling for him.
Wow.
I ruined that movie. If you're gonna watch it,
I wanted to, but
Yeah.
now I don't.
yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Well, anyways,
It does sound interesting. I love Sandra Bullock. She's such a babe,
I
dude.
love Sandy B. She's still beautiful.
She is.
I'm not gonna go see Ocean's 8 though.
No.
Nah.
No, because you got to preserve the image you have of her, I think.
Yeah, because I don't want to put her in a shit movie. Because Ocean's 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 20, 25, they all sucked.
I think they stopped at 13.
Did they?
Yeah.
Whatever, it doesn't matter. Put any number after Oceans, and that was a terrible movie. Too predictable, I think. So I don't want to go watch Ocean's 8 and see her in this role. I'm going to preserve Sandy B in my mind.
Attaboy. She and I still have that thing.
Yeah.
Remember we talked about episode
Yeah.
1? Yeah. She and I have that thing.
So, in the movie, it was actually like when they first were in production, the roles were reversed. And it was supposed to be a guy having a crush on a girl. He saves her. The studio producers felt that was like a little too predatory.
Right.
So they changed the roles. They said, all right, well, let's make it this. They wrote the role for Demi Moore.
I like Demi Moore. Even as a little baldy, I love Demi Moore.
And the brother of the guy, of Peter Gallagher, was actually supposed to be played by Patrick Swayze.
Oh, love me some Swayze.
But then I guess something happened. They couldn't get Demi Moore. Julia Roberts turned down the role.
As she would.
And then Sandy B picked it up, thank God. The brother, played by Bill Pullman, it could have like made me not like the movie, because actually Matthew McConaughey was tested for that role. I hate McConaughey.
I like McConaughey.
I bet you do.
Well, he grew on me. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't like him, but then I watched Ghosts of Girlfriends Past.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
That's the one that sealed it for me. Can you believe that?
No.
And then I went back, and then turns out he's in Dazed and Confused. That
Oh, yeah?
movie's so fucking good.
You know what I like about high school girls?
I get older and they stay the same age. I
Well-
love that. Love that so much. That's predatory.
Yeah, that is. All right, so it was his Texas accent that kind of nixed him from the role.
Okay.
They couldn't get past that.
Because it took place somewhere that they have trains.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any trains in Texas. Well, there are trains.
because it took place in Chicago.
Oh, so you had to get like a tram, like the subway thing. Yeah, so you
Yeah,
needed a
L
Chicago
train.
accent. I just looked it up on IMDb. Shout out IMDb. It says here that, Julia Roberts turned down the role. It also says here that Nicole Kidman auditioned for the role.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
It says also here that Harrison Ford and Gina Davis were initially offered the roles.
Oh, wow.
Like
I would have liked that movie. I don't think as much because I just love Sandy B. That's the main. Okay, my favorite movies of all time, my top 10 list.
Right.
There's like 5 Sandy B movies there.
Really?
Yeah.
That's deep. So are they Sandy B movies or are they just your top 5 movies?
They are Sandy B movies.
Just generally, I love Sandy B. That's it.
Yeah.
Dude, look at this. They had so much fucking people. I'm still scrolling through this. Dennis Quaid was considered for the role.
Ugh.
Pierce Brosnan.
Ugh.
Hate Pierce Brosnan. So fucking smug. I think it's because the first time I ever saw him was Mrs. Doubtfire. And I was like, fuck this
I did
guy.
like him as Bond, though.
I'm a huge Bond guy. And I didn't hate him as Bond.
All right. Who's your favorite Bond?
There were so many. There have been so many Bonds.
Yeah. Barry Bonds.
Barry Bonds. Jail Bonds.
Yeah.
Any Bond. I'll come back to me later with that question.
All right.
I'll get it
for another show.
For another show.
All right. Yeah. I mean, I just love that movie. It was a great movie. The next film,
hit me.
Leon, the Professional.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Love it. Jean Reno. He's a great actor. He plays Leon.
The Professional?
Yeah.
Oh.
You have Natalie Portman.
As a baby, as a little girl.
As a baby, her first film, Matilda. Not the movie Matilda. That was her character in the movie.
Character's name, correct.
Gary Oldman.
Gary Oldman's such a G. He's the bad guy, right?
He's the villain.
Love him as a villain.
He's a great. He plays a great anything, but he especially plays a great villain. And I love him in that movie. His famous line, like everyone. He yells it right. It was ad-libbed, and he didn't tell anybody except the sound guy. He kind of motioned him like, take off your headphones because I'm gonna scream this line. This movie, it brings back so many memories. It's kind of like, it makes some people uncomfortable,
right?
Because of the whole Natalie Portman,
thing that they have.
Yeah, she plays a 13-year-old, and she's kind of like the romantic interest for this guy. And actually, in the original screenplay, was supposed to have them fall in love and become lovers. But I think when she was cast as in that role, her parents I think got rid of that.
Yeah. And
they teased a scene when they first screened it, and they kind of implied that, and a lot of people started laughing. So it nervous laughter, but still laughing. So it kind of ruined the whole tone of the movie.
Right. So they
cut that out.
But they do, at one point she says it.
She says it.
And then that's when I don't know if it's a convenience store clerk or a hotel lobby clerk, some shit like that, where even he's like, oh, something's off here. And then they right away diverted away from that.
Well, it's still a great movie. It does bring back memories because I that was where I had started my crush on Natalie Portman, from film one. And it sounds weird me saying that
because you're an adult.
As an adult,
but when you first saw it, you weren't an adult.
She's older than me.
Attaboy.
She's 5 years older than me.
It's like one of those things.
But
you remember the music video for "Hit Me, Baby, One More Time"?
Yeah.
I saw that maybe I was 10,
okay,
11. She was 18. I felt like I was too old to be watching that. She was wearing that little outfit, and I was like, "Oh man, this is."
Wait, as a 10-year-old, you're thinking that?
Well, yeah. Well, because the way she's dressed, the dynamic, I was like, "Oh man, I shouldn't be watching this." But
no, Well, I mean, even though I still watch it right to this day. Me and my brother were talking about this, and his friend was telling us we're weird because it still brings up some feelings for us, but not because we're thinking that this 13-year-old girl is sexy, but because at the time. So it's just more of a...
You're playing back...
Yeah, it's a retro thing.
There you go. You're playing back the memory, the emotion you had towards the movie or towards the video, towards the film,
Exactly.
that
Film.
you're just playing it back to yourself. And maybe, it's just I get it.
Yeah, so Luc Besson directed this film. He's directed films like Valerian and the City of a Thousand Planets, which is visually great, but a terrible, terrible film. La Femme Nikita, he directed Lucy.
Okay.
And this was a filler for actually my next film. So he had already written my next film. It was already in production, but the main actor, Bruce Willis, was there was some scheduling conflict, so it was held off. So he wrote the screenplay in 30 days, and he filmed it in 90 days. And The Professional is actually regarded as a better film than the next film on my list, The Fifth Element.
Yes.
I love that movie. And in my opinion, The Fifth Element is a better film than The Professional because I love sci-fi, damn it. And that's the only reason.
That's nothing but sci-fi. Like, that is to the bone. If you were to sit somebody down and say, what is sci-fi to you? Yeah. I believe that The Fifth Element will come to mind. Yeah. That's just straight across the board. Gary Oldman again.
Gary Oldman is a villain again.
Fuck yeah. As Jean-Baptiste Zorg.
Yeah.
Or is it Jean-Baptiste Emmanuel Zorg?
Jean-Baptiste Emmanuel Zorg.
Like, he has a crazy fucking name, dude.
Yeah. Well, it's a French film. Luc Besson, I don't know if you could tell by his name, is French. Leon the Professional is a French film also. The Fifth Element is in my top 5 films of all time, actually. So maybe I was lying when I said these aren't my favorite movies, because 2 of them are already like...
They're up there.
Yeah. Bruce Willis, Mila Jovovich, Chris Tucker.
Chris Tucker as the fucking man.
Yes, I love Ruby Rod. That's his character, and
he was so feminine at a time when it wasn't common.
Yeah.
Like, they broke a barrier there as well.
Yeah, how much flack do you think he got from all his other colleagues for doing that role? But he didn't care, because you could tell he loved that role.
That's him.
He played it really well. And actually, Luc Besson not only directed that film, but he also wrote it. He started writing the script at 16, but he had the whole world or worlds in there. He had it since childhood, so he's already had this. But he didn't release the film until he was 38, so that shows how long he's had. It was originally planned as a trilogy, but he just wound up combining them into just one movie. Which, I don't know, for me, I wouldn't have minded a Fifth Element trilogy. That would have been awesome.
Would have been awesome just to play along with how we have a series.
Yeah.
Having a series of that would have been dope.
Yeah.
But I think it's a perfect standalone. I think it's a fantastic standalone.
I agree.
It could stay the way it is, and I'd be okay with it. Now, if they tried to re-release one in the near future, I don't think I'd be okay with it. Just
a remake?
Yeah, or it would lose its...
A continuation.
There you go. A sequel.
Okay.
I think it would lose its place in history, so to speak.
Yeah. All right, well, I'm going to stick with sci-fi here. Next film.
Hit me.
My penultimate film on my list. Starship Troopers.
I've never seen it.
You've never seen Starship Troopers. All right, well, have you read the book?
Negative.
All right, well, either way, it wouldn't matter because the film is nothing like the book.
So then why did you ask?
just seeing how much you've read. Well, so the book itself is pretty much right-wing propaganda, which I actually really like the book. It follows this guy, Johnny Rico.
Okay.
It follows his decision to join the military. It takes place in the future. And then it basically just follows his career. They're fighting different races and stuff like that. But the film went completely off of that.
Okay.
It's still, I think, only in characters is it remotely the same, and maybe some of the substance. It was directed by Paul Verhoeven, who grew up in Nazi-occupied Netherlands. So,
Whoa.
He wouldn't be making a right-wing fascist movie, and it's satire. So it's kind of like the only way you can get citizenship is if you join the military. And that's how the author himself of the book viewed. He served in World War II, and he viewed civilians as lazy because they didn't want to get up and join and fight. That's not exactly how the director saw it. So he kind of made a satire, and he kind of there's a lot of like references. Like he tries to make all the military stuff seem kind of Nazi like.
Okay.
So there's scenes where like the flags look kind of like Nazi flags that you would see in like the speeches and stuff. Even though like the propaganda films, it's a very campy movie.
Okay.
So this one, it follows Johnny Rico, played by Casper Van Dien. It's got Denise Richards in it. Babe. She plays his love interest. And NPH, Neil Patrick Harris.
Oh, yeah.
They basically all grow up in Buenos Aires. They decide to join the military. He's doing it to follow his girl. And kind of follows his career, but it's much different from the book.
Right.
Still a great movie. Cheesy. The line, it's got some great quotes in there that actually inspired song titles for Minus the Bears album, Highly Refined Pirates.
Oh, dope.
Yeah, so a lot of those songs are just basically quotes from the movie. It's also in my top 20 films.
Okay. So it's lower on the list.
It's lower
but
on the
up there.
list, but it's still there. The next film is also top 10.
Top 10.
Top 10 for me of all time. You've Got Mail.
Oh, yeah.
You've Got
That's
Mail.
That's a good one.
This is the third time we see Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan together in a film. First one was Joe versus the Volcano. And then, of course, Sleepless in Seattle. And that was another 90s film, didn't make my list. I love that film too.
I wouldn't say love. There's nothing about it that sticks out to me, but I mean, you're
Sleepless in
entitled.
Seattle?
No, You've Got Mail.
You've Got Mail?
Yeah, you're entitled to your own opinion. I say, oh yeah, because I love Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
Tommy Hanks, baby. But
Tom Hanks can do no wrong.
Calden Hanks, just playing.
Oh, damn.
Fuck. That was personal, huh?
That was. Well,
Orange County wasn't bad.
I liked Orange County. I thought it was a great movie.
It gets cut. It gets a lot of shit.
It does, but I think it's very underrated.
It is.
It's an underrated movie.
Jack Black is so fucking hilarious in that movie, dude.
And I still like Colin Hanks in that movie. I don't care what you say about him. I like Colin Hanks.
Oh, I like him too. I'm just
Being a dick?
being a dick.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? This is actually... Okay, so You've Got Mail it's a remake of a film. The Shop Around the Corner, Little Shop Around the Corner, that was made in the 40s.
Okay.
Also another... actually, that film was based off of a play. I don't know the name of the play. I just know it was based off of a play.
Oh, because I'm sure it was a play a million years ago.
It was like some Hungarian play. And that inspired like so many movies off of it. But this one's based off of the film Shop Around the Corner, in which two rivals write anonymous letters, like actual letters, and fall in love while being anonymous pen pals. So how timeless is that?
Right.
All right. So it fits into the whole email at the time for You've Got Mail, where they're rival business owners. They fall in love unknowingly with each other through email. They met in a chat. I think you could even bring this and remake it again, and maybe like Tinder, and maybe they don't have like a profile
Easy there, guy. Easy.
Oh, am I getting way too ahead of myself?
Way too ahead of yourself.
I'm going to pitch you that idea. We're going to make this movie.
A low-budget movie.
Low-budget film. Tinder. Guy doesn't put his profile pic. Girl doesn't put her profile pic. And they just...
They both swipe right.
Yeah. Nah, in this day and age, I think there's too many investigators on Facebook and Instagram. They'd be able to find somebody.
I think the show Catfish might have ruined that for the whole the concept of like
it's not who you say it is.
Yeah. You know, it like the whole like the mystery, the mystique behind it.
Yeah, I think most people on those like dating sites kind of avoid if there's like a profile picture and it's not of the person. They kind of don't pick that person.
They don't pick that person, yeah. And, I mean, it's the day and age. So, it's good for its time. We've got mail, it's good for its time.
I think you could still make it. Anyways, moral of the story. Put your face in your profile picture, or you ain't going to get no swipes.
You ain't going to get no swipes.
Yeah. You're gonna get swiped left?
I think left is bad.
I don't know. I don't do that.
I don't either. I think left is bad. Right is right. Oh, shit.
Hey.
I did that.
Hey.
So.
With that, I'm done.
You're done?
I'm done.
Okay. So what I did is I put on my list all the Rotten Tomatoes ratings.
Okay.
So as you were speaking, you're giving your list of garbage movies. I was writing down the Rotten Tomatoes score.
And I bet they were really high.
Well, we'll see about that. So while you were sleeping, you got a 67% on Rotten Tomatoes. So it just passed math class, but it didn't do great. You know?
It got a D?
67%. I don't know the letters equivalent.
Or is that's failing?
67 is failing? Oh, yeah.
So you had to get a 70 or above to pass.
Oh, yeah. So then while you were sleeping, failed. Leon the Professional, surprisingly to me, honestly, got a 71%.
That's an 80.
That's
in my book.
It's up there, dude. It shouldn't be that low.
That's an 80.
The Fifth Element, I wish I was joking about this. It got a 52%.
It's not loved by many. So,
but because the sci-fi thing, I think people that
not a lot of people are into sci-fi.
People that are love it. People that aren't don't.
Yeah,
fuck with it. I don't think. Starship Troopers got a 63%. Also a failed math class.
A lot of people don't like that movie either.
You've Got Mail got a 57%. Definitely failed math class.
That's all bullshit. I don't trust Rotten Tomatoes.
Rotten Tomatoes is it's everything, dude.
Yeah, I know, but they're also assholes.
You're also asshole.
Yeah, fuck Rotten Tomatoes. That's what I say. I don't go off of reviews. I go off of my own personal opinion. Actually, that's kind of bad to say.
Yeah, dude.
Because we're pretty much reviewing shit here.
Yeah, that's what we're doing here, huh? So, moving on to start my list, I'll go down the list. These might be movies I love. Some of them are, some of them aren't.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I went that route. My first movie is The Usual Suspects.
I could never finish that movie. Oh, no, wait. Sorry. I'm thinking Reservoir Dogs. I've actually never seen The Usual Suspects.
No?
No.
Oh, dude, it's so fucking good. 88% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Okay.
Yeah, buddy.
I also heard it was very predictable. Go on.
No. Okay, and that's why it's on my list. Came out in August 1995. So, the plot twist.
Okay.
There's a plot twist at the end that blows your fucking mind, dude. It kills it, you know?
I bet it wouldn't blow my mind.
It would blow your mind.
Nah.
It's got Kevin Spacey's weird ass. Yikes. I pulled my shirt collar as I say his name. I got Kevin Spacey in it. Dope. It's got what's the dorky Baldwin that was in Biodome? It's got him, Billy Baldwin, I think.
Billy.
Terrible.
Steven
Baldwin. Steven Baldwin.
Yeah.
It's got.
Wait, Biodome was a great movie. Did you say terrible movie?
I don't know what I said.
Biodome's a great movie.
Steven Baldwin. It's got Benicio del Toro. You like how I just keep going?
Just moving right along.
Moving right along. It's got a dope fucking cast, dude. It even has like this quote that's like so fucking good. I still hear it to this day on podcast. I don't hear it on anywhere, like not in regular conversation, obviously.
Okay.
But Kevin Spacey in this has a quote that says, as Kent says,
The greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he didn't exist.
still blows my
I do hear that
mind.
quote a lot.
You've heard it?
Actually, yeah.
Yeah, and that's from that movie. Usual
Is
Suspect. Yeah.
Are you sure like it wasn't said anywhere else?
I've got it down in my notes as
Okay.
fucking.
Well, I'm not as condescending as that tone was.
It wasn't.
That was a real question there.
I mean, it has it down as that's where it's from. Most
Okay.
people quote it from here.
Well, I'll believe the internet.
Attaboy. And if it's on the internet, it's got to be true.
It's always true.
Exactly. You can quote
I'll believe
us on
you,
that.
actually. I'll believe you.
Thanks, guy. Next one. And I chose this one. It is a favorite of mine, but it's a huge favorite in my household.
Okay.
Everybody
Everybody loves it.
loves this.
Even the baby.
Even the baby, the one that cries through our podcast, is Jurassic Park.
I didn't want to put Jurassic Park because it was too obvious.
Also, I'm the asshole.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Jurassic Park got a 92%
Well, it's Jurassic Park.
on Rotten Tomatoes.
Okay.
So great.
So people at Rotten Tomatoes like obvious movies.
Exactly. They like obvious movies. They like the right movies, is what you meant. June 1993. It's the start of the very best movie franchise. Harry Potter, Star Wars, Jurassic Park is in that category.
One of the very best, not the very best. Let's get that straight here, all right? Because both Star Wars and Harry Potter are above Jurassic Park. And I think the new film, not the one that's coming out soon, but the last one that came out, not that great. It was a good movie.
But dude, it was
I'll give it that.
you're just being condescending. It was fucking dope. Dope.
It was okay. I mean, like, it's kind of dumb. Like, the first park failed. Why the fuck would you try another park?
Technically, this one takes place after the first one. So in this universe with Jurassic World, it was part 1 and then this one.
Okay.
And 2 and 3 don't exist.
What?
Yeah, that's the way it's supposed to be. So
Why?
You either have
When do they explain that in the movie?
it's the storyline. They don't explain it. Do they have to?
Yeah, I want somebody to break the fourth wall and say, hey, listen, audience.
So you
After this movie.
at some point you want Chris Pratt to take your shirt off, show his abs, and then look directly into the camera and say, "Hey,
Speak
by-
directly to me.
Yeah, by the way," and then point.
Exactly.
This is for you.
Andy.
What is like if Ferris Bueller's Day Off? You want him to shoot you?
Yeah. Give me one of those and let me know, hey, just forget the rest of Crichton's other stuff and let's just, we'll fucking do this.
Well, I'm telling you, I'm looking you dead in the eyes, and I'm saying it. Yeah.
All right, well, now I know that. I never knew that. That doesn't make it that much better.
Because it was already great to begin with.
Okay.
Next movie, Braveheart.
Again, a little obvious, but
No, Braveheart is not obvious. Braveheart only got a 68%. Braveheart did not pass.
the Braveheart's an awesome movie, though.
It is, dude.
This is we're getting into a bad episode here because I'm just agreeing with you on everything.
Because I have good taste in things, I think. That's what it is. And you can't...
Maybe film.
Not music. Suck a butt. How about that shit?
Blink 182
Dude Ranch. I heard it the other day. I was driving...
as an adult.
Yeah.
And then you're like, you know what? I was wrong about that. Blink 182 fucking
look,
blows.
I was heading on my way to work, right? I jumped into the whip. I jumped to the Miracle Whip.
Okay.
And I headed to work. And I bumped Blink 182's Dude Ranch on full volume. And I just had a blast, dude. It was so much fun.
It's not a fun album. It's not a good album. And it's not an album you should blast as an adult.
Well, I did it. Okay?
Well, I'm embarrassed for you.
Dude, drove the Miracle Whip straight to work. Blink 182 on blast. That's all I'm going to say about it.
Okay.
Next, No, not next. I'm gonna stick with Braveheart because you.
Yeah, you didn't really. I'm sorry, I cut you off.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
Tell me about Braveheart.
May 1995. Mel Gibson. He's like a Scottish dude. They're like his country's at war, and it just takes place in like a dark era. He's got hair longer than your mother. It is so dope. He's kicking ass. He's like just balling out, dude. He's just fucking killing it. And I think this movie, it's a buddy movie. This is a movie you watch with your boys once.
Yeah.
Once. You don't need to watch it more than once.
I'll say a buddy movie in more than one way. Not only do you watch it with your buddies, it's got a group of buddies kicking ass together.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you only need to watch this movie one time, I think. It's like 3 hours long. And once you've seen it, you don't need to go any further. You watch it and you stick with it. You know what it's about, and there's no need to go back. I feel that this movie stands alone as is.
As a one-time watch.
As a one-timer, get it out and move on. Watch it again 10 years later, maybe.
Or watch Braveheart Part 2,
No.
a.k.a. The Patriot.
No, you didn't. No, you fucking
It's
didn't.
basically the same story, just in colonial U.S. times.
Oh, you're negative. You are just garbage.
No, don't
Sir-
get me wrong.
Sir William Wallace is turning over in his fucking grave.
Don't get me wrong. All right, I love Braveheart. I love The Patriot, but it's basically the same story. They basically brought William Wallace to the Americas and just made him a badass there. They gave him a wife and kids,
Well-
and then they killed the wife off film before the movie starts, and then they killed like 2 of his kids on film.
You, sir, are a terrible human being.
They're good movies.
They're good movies.
Yeah.
Next movie, The Shawshank Redemption. Yeah, buddy. I see you nodding your head over there.
I'm just gonna stay quiet because
Again, another buddy movie. It's about a good, strong friendship. It tells you what it's like to have your boys by your side, have your motherfucking crew, yuck, just teaming up, squatting up, just killing it. 91% on Rotten Tomatoes. God damn, my list is good. It is so fucking good.
because you picked obvious choices.
Nah.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Tell me, who doesn't like any of the movies you've said?
I don't know. Everybody loves them. Everybody loves me. Everybody loves my movie choice.
Well,
You know that fucking Stephen King wrote the screenplay to Shawshank Redemption? I found that shit out when I was looking it up, and I thought that is the dopest thing ever.
you didn't know that?
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, well,
Actually, I did.
whatever. Yeah. Every man dies, Andy, but not every man really lives. You got that? That's a direct quote from Braveheart.
Well, to correct you, Stephen King wrote a short story called Rita Hayworth and the Shawshank Redemption, and they adapted that to a film.
Well, when I looked it up, it said screenplay by Stephen King, so that's where I'm leaving.
Okay, maybe he was there as a consultant.
I'm okay with that. If that's the middle ground where we're gonna meet, I'm fine with it because you are negative, sir. Negative.
Stephen King writes great stories, but writes terrible endings.
Really?
Yeah.
Why? What?
He can't finish a story, but it's
It's like me with girls in middle school. Just couldn't seal the deal.
you know what? I'm okay with it though because he tells such great stories that I'm okay with that. Yeah, like I'm okay with the means. I don't really care about the end at that point because the meaty part of it was still good. It's still great.
I get that
Yeah.
shit. Yeah. Okay, I'm with you on that one. I don't want to be, but I'm with you on that one.
I think this episode we've pretty much been together on everything.
Well, to the listeners that can't see, and have been holding hands this entire time.
We're holding hands. There's some candles lit. We're in darkness except for candlelight. Let me set the mood.
Let me set the moon. Attaboy. You see that? That's why we're frenemies. Next movie, I got a shitty rating
All right.
on Rotten Tomatoes.
I'm ready.
29%.
Oh.
Came out December of 1991. I was just a wee baby. I was
Like
not even a year old.
2. Oh, wow. You were born in the
I
90s?
was born in 91.
Oh, fuck. I feel really old now.
Oh, yeah, you were born, what, like in 80 something?
86.
Attaboy.
Yeah.
That's dope. So are you a 90s baby?
I'm a 90s child.
You're a 90s child, huh?
Yeah.
All right. I see you coming up. My movie is Hook.
That came out in 91?
Yeah, buddy. I thought the same thing. Dude, I had 4 fucking movies on my list, and then when I was doing my research, I found Hook. And I went, well, not that's not the way it went down. What happened was I thought of the movie Hook. Because
Okay.
somewhere I heard somebody talk about Dante Bosco as Rufio,
Yeah.
which I have a signed poster of Dante Bosco. Like,
Uh-huh.
he signed like a little like thank you note because I did some support shit for the sequel
Yeah.
that he made for Hook.
The
called-
fan-made
the
sequel.
fan-made sequel.
Yeah.
But with him.
Fan-made by the guy who's a fan of himself.
Exactly. There you go.
That's sad.
That's
Anyways,
yeah.
my coworker, shout out to Bonita, dressed up as Rufio for Halloween one time and should have won our Halloween costume contest, but didn't because nobody tops Rufio.
Nobody touched Rufio.
But nobody got that she was Rufio. We worked with a bunch of lame people.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
Shout out, B. Hey, Bonita, if you have that picture, text it to Andy. I want to see it.
Yeah.
Please. I know. Is she a fan of this? I know she's a fan of
Rufi.
this.
Oh, no, actually, she don't really like either of us. She only
Oh.
pretends to.
Joey pretends to?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if she likes the silky subtleness of our voices, maybe she'll be into that. Maybe not our faces, but just the voices.
Not our faces.
Shout out to all our listeners, man. All of you guys. Shout out to all of you guys. You know, this is all for you.
Be glad you don't have to see our faces.
Be glad. And actually, you know what? I've been thinking about that. What if we went live one of these days?
I don't know. I get nervous knowing that there's actually like people there. All 10 of the people that would tune into that.
Right. But it'd be more than 3.
I'm very self-deprecating on this, aren't I?
That's why we're holding hands.
Yeah.
That's why we're holding hands.
Just comfort me.
Comfort me.
Comfort me, baby.
Yes. Back to my movies.
Back to Hook.
Hook. Dante Bosco. Rufio is the shit. Robin Williams, the shit.
Rest in peace.
Dustin Hoffman, the shit.
Rest in peace.
No.
Oh, he's not
He's
dead.
not dead.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Just Robin Williams.
Just Robin Williams. Rest in peace. It ain't your fault.
Yeah.
It's not your fault. Good Will Hunting. Anyways.
I've never saw that one. Sorry.
What the fuck?
I haven't seen
You've never
Good Will
seen Good Will
Hunting.
Hunting. I'm gonna sit you down.
Hey, you like apples?
How about them apples? You have seen it.
No, I only know that line. Sorry.
Oh, so you're lame.
Yeah.
Maggie Smith, fucking dope. Bob Hoskins as Smee, fucking dope. Glenn Close as Gutless the Pirate, fucking dope. Phil Collins as the detective, fucking dope. David Crosby as another pirate whose name I don't remember at this moment, fucking dope.
Do you need to know his name?
Not
It's just
really.
cameos.
It's cameos.
They're great cameos though. Like I didn't know about Glenn Close until
Like you were like old as an adult.
as an
dude.
old
Same.
person. Well, even then, like watching it as an adult.
You don't. You have to like actually like look into it.
Yeah, like I mean, if you're a kid, you don't care about cameos.
No, that's true. I mean, I did as a kid. But
Did you?
I was a smart kid growing up.
I was a dummy. I still am.
I'm still a dummy. Ah,
Yeah.
what a dummy. Sound like most is like from The Simpsons. What a dummy. Oh, and speaking of cameos, a little appearance of Rebecca Hoffman, Dustin Hoffman's daughter. She's in there for like a split second.
Oh,
It's pretty dope.
has she done anything since?
No, and I think if you look up her IMDb page or Wikipedia page, it's just Hook.
Rest in peace. Her acting career.
Rest in peace. Yeah, that movie's so fucking dope. Here's a little fun fact for you. I love giving my viewers my listeners fun facts about me.
Not
Viewers, fuck off. When I was a kid, I was a child. old Sticky Fingers Bobby over here, that was the first thing I ever stole. Was a VHS of the movie Hook.
Damn, you were a bad boy.
I was a bad boy, dude. I was sitting in the basket, the cart, of the shopping cart at Smith's when they had the movie, like the little section where you can rent movies.
Yeah.
Saw that bad boy on the shelf, grabbed it, sat on it, and my mom just rolled us to the cart. She put us inside, and she's like, I got 2 twin boys. I can't take this back. I got to unload them from the car and then take it back. So she's like, I don't want to, but we kept it and grew up to be one of my favorite movies.
That's a good story, except that my parents used to work for Smith's, and that's probably why it closed down, was because of you. And my parents lost their jobs because of you.
I brought down
Sticky Fingers Bobby.
Sticky Fingers Bobby.
Excellent.
Number one in your ears, number 1 in the podcast, number 1 in your hearts.
Me and my brother used to steal from major players. Actually, it wasn't really stealing. We would go to rent video games.
Okay.
And they never, rang them up. They just put them in a bag for us and forgot to scan them out.
Well.
So they were never due. So we would just never return them. And we wound up with, half of their catalog, which is probably why they closed down.
Because it was all sitting at on your shelves.
Yeah.
You just blew my fucking mind.
Yeah.
That is so dope.
Yeah.
Shout out to major players. Shout out to Blockbuster. Shout out to Smiths. Shout out to stealing in general.
Yeah. Go steal something.
Go steal something and then tweet at us and then show us what you stole. And then tag us at DebatersPod on Twitter. And
actually, don't do any of that because we'll probably get in trouble for that by somebody because it's going to come back like, oh, well, they told me to steal.
Oh no, I don't know what you're talking about.
Young, impressionable 10-year-olds that are listening to this.
Yeah, because 10-year-olds is our target audience, Andy.
My target audience is actually basically just my girlfriend Layla.
Aw, hi Layla.
And she doesn't even listen.
Oh.
No, she does. She
does?
told me I was too mean to you.
Bless her heart for that,
Yeah.
you know? And my wife, Vanessa, shout out Vanessa. Hi, Vanessa.
Hi, Vanessa.
She says that I'm mean to you.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm not mean at all. I'm not a mean guy.
I mean,
I'm just an honest guy.
your taste in movies and music is shitty, but you're a really good guy. You're a very good guy, dude.
I'm an honest person, and if me being honest means that I have to tell you fucking can't choose music or movies, then that's not my fault. That's your fault for not having any what's the word? Taste.
That's the word you couldn't think of.
That's the word.
What's the word? Taste.
Taste.
That's the word you couldn't think of. Really,
you have your taste in music, especially film. I agreed with most of your.
Because they're good. And music, because you like the most obscure, fucking foreign. Nothing wrong with foreign music, but you like the most obscure shit ever. I at least, I stick with it, bro. You know that I have not stopped listening to "We Sold Our Soul for Rock and Roll" by Black Sabbath.
Yeah,
it's so good. It's such a good album.
Are you one of those that I can't stand these people, right? So there's these people out there
somewhere.
I know a few of them that are there's no good music coming out nowadays.
Oh, my dad. Yeah. Oh, and yeah, I know people. I'm not gonna name any names, but yeah,
mostly older people. And you know what? If you're over 60, cool. I don't know if your dad's over 60.
He's there.
Okay, cool.
He doesn't listen to this.
You're allowed to be stubborn, but if you're anywhere between your 20s and 50s, then you are dead wrong. And don't get stuck in the music that you grew up with. Don't be one of those people.
Oh yeah, no, I can't stand that shit either.
Yeah, don't be those people.
There's good stuff out there.
Yeah,
I'm constantly on the search. There is such good music coming out there, dude.
Plenty of if you don't like EDM, well, okay, you don't like EDM, but go listen to something else. Not all music that's coming out is EDM.
Exactly.
Yeah. If you don't like mumble rap, go listen to something else. You probably just don't like rap. Actually, no, because there's some mumble rap that I'm not really a fan of.
Yeah, same. Oh, speaking of, actually on that, I would just like to say to all this, if there are any up and coming rappers, don't tattoo your faces, please. Don't, guys. I know it's common. Don't fucking do it.
Get
don't.
an ice cream cone tattooed on your face. I'm gonna.
That's acceptable.
I'm gonna recommend the opposite. I'm gonna say tattoo all of your face. I just want to go against you because I think we were too much in agreement here. So I'm gonna go against you. Any up and coming young rappers, tattoo your face. Tattoo every inch of your face, please, for me.
Don't do it for me. Guys, it's not necessary. Don't every single rapper that's come out. Trippie Redd, that boy is so ugly. And he has fucking face tattoos, boy. Get that shit off.
I'm okay with face tattoos.
Tekashi 6ix9ine, that's my boy. Just because I wanna be, Bobby Tanqueray 6ix9ine.
Yeah.
I would
Is
literally,
that's that young kid that's like calling himself the king of New York?
That's the one. Yeah. Treyway.
Isn't he beating his girlfriend or something? Or no, that's another one.
No, that's XXX Tentacion.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. I don't.
Is
get
that how you say that?
Yes.
XXX
Tentacion. That's how you say that. Would you thought it's extension?
I thought it was extension.
Extension.
Yeah.
Whenever I pack away my extension cords for all this, I'm just gonna label them extension cord.
I don't get rap names right now. We talked about this last time. Here's a terrible name: Ty Dollar Sign.
Ty Dollar Sign.
Yeah.
It is. It's a bad name.
And
It's
he
not
has
good.
the dollar sign as the S in sign.
It's not good. It's not good. There's some really good ones out there, though. There's some that I hear, I'm like, fuck, that's a good name.
like
well, nothing current, maybe.
Lil Yachty.
Lil Yachty. Lil Yachty's a good one. AKA Lil Boat.
Peep.
I think there's a Lil Windex.
Lil Windex.
I think there's a Lil Windex rapper somewhere out
Throw
there.
Lil in front of whatever
The
word
first
is
thing you see,
next
yeah.
to you,
Yeah.
Lil Paperclip.
Lil Paperclip. Lil Yak. Sound effects. Hitting the Miracle Whip. Lil Bobby. 6ix9ine. My Miracle Whip. Heading to work. Listening to Blink-182's Dude Ranch. Yak.
Did you finish your list? Because I want to end this story
On a good
that you're
note?
telling me.
We want to end this on a good note?
No, I just want to end it.
Oh man! So shout out to our listeners again. This is for all you guys. We will have this out. It seems like we're headed towards a Wednesday release now. That's the plan.
Hopefully,
We'll
see.
We'll see.
We'll try, but we make no guarantees.
Andy's actually pretty good at editing. So shout him out. Follow him on Instagram and let him know how great of a job he's doing. He sucks as far as his taste
As a person,
is. No.
I won't disagree with you.
Your taste in music and movies is shit, but you're a great guy, dude.
I think I want to say more of our listeners would say the opposite, and they'd be like, you know what, Andy has a better taste in music. Like, I would rather listen to Andy's albums than Rob's albums.
Are you trying to boost yourself up?
Yeah.
We're gonna knife fight after this, ladies and gentlemen. Andy, where can we find you? Your social media? Anything you want to plug? What's up?
No, I mean, ain't nothing gonna change from the last one because I'm too lazy to start anything. I'm still just on Instagram.
Attaboy.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
And what's your name on Instagram though?
Andy Guerra Official.
Okay, I see you. Well, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Bobby Tanqueray. I'll cross all platforms. Keep it consistent. You can find this podcast, Masturbators Pod, on Twitter at Debaters Pod. You can find this on Stitcher, SoundCloud, YouTube, and iTunes.
Debaters Pod. DEBA.
TORS.
ORS, not ERS.
Correct. ORS. Pod.
As in Tide Pod.
As in Tide Pod.
As in dessert. Is that a dated joke? I don't think anybody's eating Tide Pods anymore.
Well, if they are, shout out to you guys. We want to hear from you.
Yeah.
Scarf them down and give us a contact. Go steal some shit, and we will see you on the next episode.
Love you. Bye.